Hi, everybody. It's Christy Birchfield. And today we are looking at Isaiah. We're in chapter 34. So we're talking about defining success. So, as we've talked about the judgments that God's going through here through the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 12 says, Her nobles will have nothing there to be called a kingdom. All her princes will vanish away. It's kind of about the idea of how do we define success. So, we're we're forced really through here to examine what is it that we use to define success. God's talking about the fact that he's going to take away everything from the kingdom and the people will be left with nothing to call a kingdom. The very items and status that they used to be able to define success will be ripped away from them. So how do we define success in our lives? When we come to the end of the day, how do we know whether or not we've had a good day? What are the standards and the criteria that we understand for success? You see, God wants to be very, very clear that any of the standards that we use fall short of what success truly is. Success is following and obeying God. Unless we're doing that, we will not be successful. And God will tear down everything that doesn't align with success. So, as we go through today, how do we define success? And does our definition align with God's definition of obedience to Christ? Anything else will be ripped away and torn down because it's not truly successful. So, my challenge for you is to examine success in your life today. If you want to go back and watch the rest of the series through the book of Isaiah, you can click on the link in the description below. It'll take you to the full playlist for this Voice of the Prophet series. And you can always subscribe so that way we can see each other every morning. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.